What?
I don't think you expected it now. I don't care. You get all this
So, I'm always talking about Christmas 1999, the greatest Christmas of all time. Of course, we just celebrated it last year, the 20th anniversary. And I've mentioned Christmas 2000 before, in case any of you are wondering, like, where did it go? I've mentioned Christmas 2000 before and how it was a great follow-up to 1999. Pretty much the best follow-up you could have after that great a performance. But why have we never seen it? Well, that's not entirely true. Actually, Christmas 2000, I believe, was on my original YouTube channel. I could be wrong about that. But, long story short, even I hadn't seen Christmas 2000, the video, in a very, very long time. And when I say the video, I mean the actual, literal VHS tape. I used to use a camcorder, much like this one. This is not the actual camcorder, but it was this style. A JVC VHS-C camcorder, VHS-C being these little tapes you use. And actually, I've got several of these things. Not probably, I know I do. About, God, I want to say 35, 36, maybe even 40 in all VHS tapes. This was the 18th tape I made, or at least that was the number on it. Yeah, I made a lot of videos as a kid. I got my camcorder in 1998, and from then until summer of 2001, and that's why there's no Christmas 2001 video, that does not exist, because the summer of 2001, that camcorder broke, and so there was no Christmas or birthday footage from 2001. But then 2002, for my 8th grade graduation, I got a new camcorder, so pretty much since 2002, all the Christmases and all the birthdays have been documented. So getting back to the point, what does this mean? Well, the title of the video kind of tells you everything. I have successfully saved Christmas 2000, and I say saved because you can't really see it here, and it's actually not so bad here, but this tape was basically ruined. I can't remember the exact year it happened, but I was going through footage, and Christmas 2000, this tape was in the camera, in the old camcorder, not this one. And it, like, chewed up the tape, basically. It made it, like, unplayable. And at the time, I was upset, but, like, I didn't even realize the impact of it until many years later when I was trying to go back and make montages, and I'm like, man, I don't have any footage from 2000. And I'm like, but I know I took footage of my birthday and of Christmas at 2000. And, you know, the thought always occurred to me, like, someday I'm going to fix this tape. Someday I'm going to, you know, get in here and fix this tape. And, you know, I'm going to do my best, because in the worst case scenario, I just don't have the footage. But it just never, I don't know, for whatever reason, it never really happened. I guess because I had so much else going on. But then this year, with Christmas 2020 coming up, I'm like, and again, I'm not doing like the 20-year retrospective, but it did factor into it that, you know, it's been 20 years since Christmas 2000. And that was like, I don't want to say the last Christmas, but one of the last Christmases that really had that kind of like magical feel to it. That was like, you know, I was a kid still looking at the tree, you know, just coming off Christmas 99. And so I'm like, you know what, I want to save that tape. And I always wanted to save that tape. So I actually went out on eBay, didn't go out, and I got this camcorder, which is actually a really good camcorder for what it is. Because I wanted something reliable, because I do still have a camcorder from 2002. It's just the battery dies really fast. And anyway, long story short, I went in here, I watched a couple YouTube tutorials, I went in, I even Googled it, how to take apart a VHS-C tape safely, and I did. I took it apart, and to say it went smoothly would be kind of false. Did not go smoothly. In fact, the first couple times, the tape kind of sputtered a lot. I really didn't think I was going to get much from it. And then, thankfully, the parts that suffered the most were toward the first third of this tape. So this tape actually has Thanksgiving, my birthday, and Christmas on it from 2000. Now, I saved the Thanksgiving footage. I don't know where it is. I don't know if it's on my hard drive somewhere. And I don't know if I'm going to bother trying to salvage it, only because it really wasn't that great a video, and I really don't want to risk ruining this camcorder trying to go back into this tape. Because basically what I did was like a salvage job with this thing. I taped it up, scotch taped, ran it through the camcorder, through my Elgato capture card, and thankfully, and I say it thankfully for like the 8th time, And again, it doesn't show up in the footage you're seeing here because it's kind of dark. But the film, the main part that I want to preserve, had like no damage on it past basically to where I wanted it to. So the Christmas 2000 video is saved. I've actually edited it. I'm playing clips of it in this video just to kind of prove it. And Christmas 2000 was a special one. I could tell you why, but you're going to find out not too soon, or not too, it's coming up, basically, is what I'm trying to say, is that I will be re-releasing Christmas 2000 at some point. Just kind of a quick announcement, but I wanted to kind of go through some of the backstory of how hard this was to actually do. It's just kind of an interesting thing. I've never really done a release where I'm literally releasing a 20-year-old video as if it's a new video. And I find that idea kind of cool, because there are some Bobby Classics I've been sitting on, so to speak. Like the Bobby Classic series, it's kind of like, it's kind of way down on my rung of priority right now with the mall tours and Christmas videos and holiday videos in general. There's a lot of stuff I got to catch up on, I know that. So the Bobby Classics, yeah, I've got kind of a pretty sizable vault of all that footage. And, even with the amount of it that's on my channel, there's still a good amount that hasn't made it yet that I have been preserving. But Christmas 2000 to me is a bigger deal to where I will announce it, and I did announce it, because I didn't think I'd ever see that footage again, let alone release it. So the fact that it's in a format that I can actually release, and there's some other stuff too that I'm going to release that's also pretty exciting. My birthday bash from 2000 and some Christmas Eve footage and just some other little Christmas candid things that, I take this footage and, at the time I didn't realize how significant it would end up being. I talked about that last year with Christmas 99 footage. Like just random stuff that I almost wish I took more of. Like, just me. I couldn't hold a camera when I was 10, 11, 12 years old. I was all over the place with it. It's actually not that fun to watch unless you're like me and you're biased. But, and because of that, and I'll just say that now, I didn't fix a lot of the problems with it, being those filming issues I mentioned, because I didn't want to compromise the original video, Like, I know I could. I know I could probably touch it up here and there, and I do make it widescreen, but as far as, like, Christmas 2000 or any of the old videos I release, I purposely don't really do too much to enhance them, because that's how they are. That's, I was 11 years old. Like, I'm not going to make it look like a 30-year-old made it, because a 30-year-old didn't make it, and that's perfectly awesome. And that's why I look forward to releasing Christmas 2000. That's one of the reasons. And maybe I'll talk about it, maybe I won't, like in more detail in the future, but I just want to let you guys know that Christmas 2000 is coming out soon, so stay tuned for that. And as always, Christmas 2020 coverage will be continuing. I have another exciting announcement to make concerning that in the near future. But until then, thank you guys for watching this video. Be on the lookout for the return of VHS footage. Yes, VHS footage for Bobby Productions for at least a few more times. And yeah, Merry Christmas 2020, everybody.